say hi. 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 Well, that's a bit better. Okay. We're in Europe, and in Europe, my shoe size is 40. But I'm from Australia, and in Australia, my shoe size is 8. Does anyone else come from a country that has different shoe sizes? Come on, give me a hand. Shout some out. 7.
24.
Okay. What else?
9.
6. 6. Okay, nice. So because I'm a size 8 in Australia, we have an expression that you may have heard of, and it is, act your age, not your shoe size. But I have a little bit of an issue with this expression. I don't like it. Because I think, what's wrong with me acting occasionally like an 8-year-old? What's like my shoe size? What's wrong with any of us acting like a kid sometimes? Not all the times, not the temper tantrums, but just having fun and playing. Because kids, in my opinion, play much better than adults ever do. They play just for fun, they're really in the moment, they're really enthusiastic, they're creative, they move their bodies in different ways, and they don't care what anybody else thinks of them. Sometimes I think it's nice to do that. So I asked a bunch of people, what do you associate with the word play? And every single one of them, the first thing they said was childhood. And I thought, well, okay, that's fair enough. And I then asked them, do you play? And some of them said, nah, so yeah, I play some sport. Or I play some cards or something like that. So I was thinking about why it's important for adults also to play. And there's a lot of research, which I'm not going into, but there are some real benefits for adults to play. So it stimulates your brain function, so that's pretty self-explanatory. When you do something different, you use different parts of your brain. The next two I'll kind of put together. It enhances your creativity and it helps with problem solving. So for example, I have to sit at a computer all day long for work. But I have a hula hoop and a skipping rope right by my desk. So when I'm really blocked, I do a lot of writing. So when I get kind of writer's block, I'm sometimes just skip a bit, or I do a bit of hula hooping. And then I kind of forget about my work. But then when I get back to it, a few minutes, 5 minutes later, fresh eyes, clear mind, and I get through those blocks that I have. And the last one, it keeps the body agile. So you might go to the gym every day or once a week or something, run on a treadmill or something like that. That's great, fantastic. But if you play, just say you go outside, play frisbee or kick a ball around with your friends, play some table tennis, then that moves different muscles and it keeps you strong, healthy, fit. Next I was thinking, do I actually play or do I just think this is a really good idea? So I went through some photos which I'm about to show you. Some of them are a little embarrassing. I'm not sure if you can see them, but this first one here, I was waiting for a ferry. I was with some friends and the ferry was delayed by about 15 or 20 minutes. So, okay, we could have just sat there waiting for the ferry, but instead we started jumping onto the sand, seeing who could jump the highest, who could jump the farthest, who could land the most gracefully. That wasn't me. The next one, again, why should the kids have all the fun? This is on holidays and they're my 2 kids. They're kind of having fun on the trampoline, but I think maybe I was having the most fun. Has anyone jumped on a trampoline in, say, the last year or so? Did you love it? I loved it. The next one, okay, if you do have kids or you've got friends with kids, it's a good idea to play with them, actually. So I've got kids, and this night I really wanted them to go to bed, but they were like, let's pretend we're in a circus. So, okay. So we started playing like this circus game, and actually when I got into it, it was really, really fun. And the best thing about it was, straight after that, they went to bed and went to sleep, winning. Okay. You can also just do things by yourself. Like I said, I've got a hula hoop. I also like to do handstands. It's one of the things I really like to do. And if you've got some fun friends, like my 2 friends down here, We did an obstacle run, which is you go through mud and you climb over walls and up ropes and along monkey bars and you balance on different things. And it's just like a giant playground for adults. And it's really, really fun. Because if you ever notice kids, they'll run straight for puddles and straight for the mud, and most adults walk around it. But this obstacle course kind of gives you permission to just jump in the mud, slide through it. It's really, really good. So to end, I want to just leave you with a quote that I really love. If you Google this man who said this next quote, he looks quite conservative and boring, but maybe he's not, because he said one wonderful thing: my childhood may be over, but that doesn't mean playtime is. Thank you.